do a little get-to-know-me exercise. You guys, my mom, she named me Aaron for a very, very special reason. And she would tell me all the time growing up. The first two letters of my name are AA, a reminder to her of where she should have been the night she made me. All right, now we can do some real jokes, okay? That was just a little test. I trust you guys now. You guys are cool. Let's do some more lighthearted stuff. You guys want to hear about how I do in the bedroom, right? Yeah, you guys probably want to know that about me, yeah? I don't know. My sex game's a little hard to describe, I think. It's a little, I got a little specific way to describe how I do in the sack. My sex game's a lot like a Ramones song. You know, the classic punk band, one of the OG punk bands, the Ramones, yeah? My sex game's a lot like one of their songs because I'm loud, chaotic, and I only last about 2.5 minutes. You know? A lot of times it's like, hey, oh, fuck. Babe, I'm so sorry this happens every single time. We're going through a tight one. Shoot it on their back. Now, you guys know how that one goes, right? No, it couldn't be further from the truth. I never come during sex. It's a big problem for me anatomically. I'll be level with you guys. Yeah, sex with me is kind of like listening to the entirety of a Rush album. It's complicated, only dudes are really gonna understand it, and at one point I'm gonna have to bust out a pretty fucking wicked solo, okay? With all the bells and whistles. Yeah, started calling my dick and balls the Holy Triumvirate, you know, just to have a little fun with it. It's a deep cut for any Rush fans in the house. That's cool. Yeah, it's mostly, you know, due to my mental health medication. I take mental health medication. So I take what are called SSRIs. If you guys know what that stands for, it stands for semen subtracting rage increasers. And they're working, man, I'll tell you. But, you know, I'm not really sad about it, so they're really working. You know what I'm saying, right? If you're a bummed out two-pump chump, you gotta talk to your doctor about Wellbutrin today, son. Like, seriously. It'll help you out. I don't know, I gotta do that joke, otherwise that's my copay, okay? That's how they give me my prescriptions. I'm earning it. You know, I was confiding in a friend, you know, recently about my issue. You know, I was like, I don't know, dude, like maybe I have like some deep-seated intimacy issues I'm not aware of. And he's like, what, like you can't cry in front of a woman? And I'm like, no, that's not the problem, dude. If anything, that happens too early, okay? Like, sometimes twice, all right? Like, now, like, whenever I'm going on a hot date, I just make sure to watch a bunch of Pixar flicks to get out of my system, you know? Because I'm a veteran. This one girl that I was seeing for a little while, this one girl I was hooking up with, she gave me this weird compliment. I still don't know how to unpack it. Maybe you guys can help me out. She told me I had a daddy dick. Huh? Daddy dick. In Spanish, it's called a poppycock. I don't know if you guys... All right, we set the bar for the dumbest thing you're gonna hear all night. So I had a daddy dick. Immediately I was like, I'm not ready for this sort of responsibility at all. Like I'm so immature, you know? It's like, I don't even own a robe. Like, I don't even have the right attire. That's like the right attire, you know, to have dad dick, you know? Right, fellas? Definitely. Just glad you guys are wearing pants. That's cool. That's all right. I was like, damn, girl, your dad has HPV too? That's crazy. Wow. I should grab a beer sometime, maybe. I don't know. I've been trying to take better care of myself lately, guys. I turned 29 this year. So pretty close to 30. Yeah. Scared me a little bit. Pandemic freaked me out a lot. Like, I haven't taken care of myself for this whole decade of my life. And I was like, I got some backtracking to do. I got some work to do. Like one of my friends here in town, they're a certified yoga instructor. They invited me to one of their walking classes, right? And I was like, yeah, you know, I'll get more in tune body and mind sort of thing, right? No, not really, but I did finally use my yoga mat for its true intended purpose. Yeah. And I'm a little embarrassed to admit this to you guys. I found out at the age of 29, you're not supposed to use a yoga mat to get way too stoned and reenact scenes from Aladdin. Like, that's not the primary function for that device. And when I say that, I mean I'd smoke way too much Afghan Kush and then tiptoe around my apartment and get freaked out by all my lamps. You guys know how it goes, right? Start yelling at the cat not to touch anything. It's like, I don't know, man, the house might come alive and try to eat us. Like, bad kitty, you know? I think that makes me a rookie in the yoga game, I think, right? Got some work to do. My friends stopped me on the way out. They're like, yeah, that was pretty good for your first try. And I was like, yeah, I'm a little embarrassed. They're like, oh, don't be embarrassed. Everybody's bad their first time. Hell, I knew who I was. You know, but don't get discouraged. Keep coming out. Stay dedicated. Who knows? Maybe in 6 months you can be just like me. You can be a certified yogi. I was like, no offense, friend, but you're more like a Paddington, okay? Like, seriously, you know? Like maybe a Berenstain on your very best of days, you know? Like when you look in the bathroom mirror, you're like, I'm bringing my A game today. But I feel like honesty is really important. I worked really hard on that joke, you guys. Man, you guys would be shocked and sad to know how much brain power went into that motherfucker. Yeah. I love doing that joke. Mostly it's kind of like audience research for me. I get to find out who amongst you guys has read books as a child. So, I don't know. Maybe some of you guys need better parents. I don't know. Call them up. Yeah. I spent all night in my Build-A-Bear joke workshop just to craft that one for you guys. Appreciate it. That's enough about me. Let's get to know you guys a little bit more. You guys, anybody in here hate their job? Make some noise if you guys hate your job. Come on, man. Really? Everybody else in here is living their best life?
Yep.
All right. That's good. All right, so maybe let's narrow it down a little bit better. Make some noise if you've ever had a job that you hate. Make some noise if you've ever had a shitty job. Okay. All right, that's better. Last night's crowd, pretty privileged, I think. I was like, none of you motherfuckers have ever cried in a walk-in cooler? Like, what's up? Like, I did that today. And it's my day off. It's my sanctuary. And I've worked some shitty jobs, dude. You know, like, my least favorite thing about working is, like, office culture, like corporate culture. It freaks me out. It makes me uncomfortable, you know? Like, I don't like doing team building exercises with my coworkers, any of that shit, you know? Yeah, it sucks, doesn't it? It's weird. You know, it's like I would just want to punch in, punch out, and forget everybody's name, you know? Just, like, distance myself from this place, you know? I don't want to do team building exercises with you guys. Like, what? Somebody tosses you a red rubber ball and you got to tell them a secret about yourself? It's like, dude, we work at Target. Why does this matter? Seriously, who cares? Do you guys think terrorists do the same thing? I kind of think they have to, you know what I mean? Like, they got to be on the same page every now and again, you know, to accomplish their objectives or whatever, you know? They got to do some team building exercises, or as I like to call them, ISIS breakers. I think they play a little game of two truths and a lie, you know what I mean? I'm just kidding, guys. Allah is the only truth, right? Come on. Sometimes it can bomb. Okay. I've got 72 more of these for you guys. No, just kidding. Comedy's fun. I was watching one of my favorite movies the other day. You guys like the movie Fight Club? Anybody in here like the movie Fight Club? Yeah? Great movie, man. Classic. All-time classic, cult classic movie. One of my favorites still to this day. I liked it a lot more when I was younger, you know? Like when I was like 16, 17. You know, I was like a young, angsty kid, so a movie like that got me really pumped up, you know? Kind of inspired me a little bit. But then like I watched it at the age of 29 and I kind of realized that the movie Fight Club is just a bunch of Proud Boys that got together before they had Reddit as a thing, you know what I mean? We got any of you guys in the house tonight? What's up? Because if so, some of y'all are shameful, okay? No pride. It's like they had Tyler Durden as their leader before they had Ben Shapiro, you know what I mean? It's like if Ben Shapiro was running Fight Club, dude, they'd never get anything done. Like, they wouldn't fight, you know, go commit crimes, you know, fight capitalism or anything like that. They just argue, you know, like, they just argue about the rules. They'd be like, the first rule of Fight Club cannot be the second rule of Fight Club. That is redundant. By definition, if you have two sequential rules, they cannot be the same rule. It's like, all right, dude, fine. Like, Ben Shapiro just strikes me as the fucking dork who would take the meeting minutes at Fight Club, you know what I mean? The thing that gets me, like, most about the Proud Boys that, like, confuses me is, like, they speak in a secret code, you know? It's just like, if you guys are so proud, why do you have to use a code, you know? It's like they repurposed like the OK symbol. It's like that's like a white power thing now. And it's like they use the chant like "Let's go Brandon," you know, and in parentheses, "Fuck Joe Biden." And it's like they speak in a secret code. They're mean and overly judgmental. Who else did I just describe? Yeah, 5th grade girls. Seriously. Same energy, you know? Same energy. Like, do you guys ever think that, like, a Proud Boy sleepover? Because they totally have those, you know? Like, do you guys ever think that they bust out one of those, like, paper fortune-telling devices? You know? Figure out each other's future? They're in the clubhouse. It's like, okay, Jeremy, let's see who you're gonna marry. What's your favorite color? Just kidding. WHITE! Candace Owens? She was the sleeper pick. Wow! Holy shit. More about me. Therapy's going well, I think for me personally. Yeah. My therapist is trying new, like, alternative, like, innovative methods of therapy with me. You know, like, recently we just did a round of shock and awe therapy. Yeah, that's basically just a round of shock treatment while an intern sits in the corner with a clipboard going, "Aw." He's sad. Yeah, you guys have heard of grief counseling? I'm doing good grief counseling. We just read a bunch of Peanuts articles, and actually that's helping a lot. It's cool. It's difficult though. I feel like I've kind of hit like a roadblock in my therapy because my dad and my therapist have the same first name. Like, doesn't that stunt your growth? I think, you know, like my therapist is trying to get me way more in touch with my feelings, you know. And my dad is the reason why I'm so emotionally stunted, so I'm like, I can't figure it out, you know? It's like asking your dealer to sponsor you for Narcotics or Gamblers Anonymous. It's like, it's kind of your fault, dude. Come on, help me out. I don't know, we spend most of the sessions complaining and talking shit about my mom, so it's actually a lot like hanging out with my dad. It's kind of the same vibe. I'm working really hard, though. My shrink dad promised me after my next breakthrough he'd take me ice fishing, so holding out for it. I had this weird conversation with my real dad not too long ago. It was pretty surreal, actually. My dad called me up telling me my grandpa had passed away, right? And it was like 9 o'clock in the morning, you know, like I'm getting ready for work, you know, so we kept the conversation really brief, you know, so I'm driving to work, I got no time to process any of the information that my grandpa just passed away, right? So like I instinctively turned on the radio, you know, and the first song I ended up hearing was "Cats in the Cradle." She says, "I get it." I'm like, none of you guys get it? Seriously? Like, holy shit, dude, the first song I hear after speaking with my father about the death of his father is "Cats in the Cradle." Like, fuck me. What the hell, radio? What are you doing to me? And I don't know, it probably happens more than you think, you know, statistically. Like, the radio plays the song that's completely applicable to your situation, you know? Like, I gotta imagine there's a lot of, like, Little League teams out there, you know, they win, or Youth League basketball teams, they win first place, you know, or they go to a pizza party to celebrate, or get froyo or whatever, you know, and they get in the car and they hear Queen's "We Are the Champions," you know, and they have that big triumphant moment. It's like, rah. I also started thinking there's probably a dark side of that coin as well. I mean, how many people do you think have heard "Papa Don't Preach" by Madonna on the way to Planned Parenthood, you know? Probably. On this one, you guys. Stand-up comedy took a little bit of a hit in the pandemic. So me and a lot of my friends, we weren't able to do this for a while. So I feel like a lot of us comics, we dove into our secondary passions. You know, I got a lot of friends that do like graphic design, like video editing and stuff like that. Dove into their secondary passions. So during the quarantine, I dove into my secondary passion, which is character work. Is it cool if I workshop a little character with you guys tonight? Is that okay? Come on, man, I've been working really hard on this character for a very long time, okay? It's my lone character. I've been working on it really hard, okay? I like to call him Macho Man Randy Skeptic. Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah? Likely story, okay? Okay, I'll believe that one for a second. Okay, yeah. I see everybody walking down the street with masks on their faces. I feel like I'm back in the Tokyo Dome fighting the Great Muda with Elizabeth in my corner. Yeah. I don't know about this coronavirus pandemic they got going on out there, but I do know there's a pandemic out there, and it's a tale as old as time. It's the macho madness, baby. You gonna get you here. Tell you what, Dr. Fauci. Dr. Anthony Fauci. I'm looking at you, Dr. Anthony Fauci. And I'm telling you, don't look down, don't look to the side, don't look behind you, and don't look in front. Because I might end up in here. That's my little character for the night. You guys all right? You guys ready to keep the show on?